In the spirit of February, the month of love, last week I really enjoyed our conversation of what's a red flag that, you should really notice in a person when you start dating them.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do the opposite. What's a green flag?
It's a green flag.
Mm-hmm. Damn, not much green flags.
I really gotta dig here. Well, I feel like it differs on the person. Because I feel like my love language is very much it's not acts of service. I don't remember all of them.
Girl, physical touch, words of affirmation.
Oh, that's a good one.
Acts of service, quality time, and gift giving. It's 5,
I feel
right?
like gift giving, because I don't want to make it seem like, damn, I just want gifts all the time.
I feel like there's a weird negative connotation on gift giving for some reason.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when people would talk about acts of service, it was really like in the lens of, oh, well, if gift giving is your thing, then you're materialistic. But honestly, it's just the idea of you thinking about me or you associating something with me and being like, she would like that or she needs that.
It's so nice. And it doesn't even have to be bought. I feel like that's also a misinterpretation of it. It's literally like, I just saw this and it's you.
And it reminded me of you. I
And I'm
love
like,
that.
Hold on, let me go cry in the bathroom. That's beautiful. That's so nice.
I already know what your love language is.
What do you mean?
But what do you think? Like, in order of all of the ones I just said, what do you think your order is?
Acts of service, gift giving. What were the other ones?
I think your next one would be quality time.
Oh, actually, I think quality time would be second, and then gift giving would be third.
Okay.
And I guess physical touch.
No,
I guess. I think it would.
Oh, really?
Over which one? What's the last one?
Words of affirmation.
I don't need to be affirmed of anything.
Yes,
Actually,
you
no.
do.
If someone doesn't say I love you to me in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to cry.
Well, I do love you. I feel like, I don't know what it is. It's so funny because recently I had a conversation with my sister about literally this, like, what are the love languages? And I explained each one to her. And when I explained words of affirmation, she literally laughed. Like, she was just like, who cares about words?
Yeah.
And I was like, I do. I care about
Wait,
words.
is that your top one?
No, my top is physical touch and words of affirmation. But every time I do it, I feel like they're very much like tied. Like I care about both a lot. After that, it would be quality time, acts of service, and gift giving.
I feel like we're opposite. That's so crazy.
We
I feel like
really are.
acts of service. I feel like acts of service to me is so important because it's just like showing you care without really having to say it.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, that is nice.
Gets to me.
Hey, I think a combination of all of them is nice.
Yeah.
But my sister just laughed. I think to her, it would also be acts of service.
Do you think that since your top one is physical touch?
Yeah.
Can you ever see someone, if, like, for example, you're married, so it's different. But if you were physical touch and your partner was not at all, would you be okay with that?
I don't think that would work.
No,
I don't think so. Because my husband and I were literally the exact same. Like, I had him take the quiz, and I think we were the exact same order.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Because can you imagine if you want to like hug your partner, but your partner's like, okay, that's enough.
Or if like your thing is words of affirmation. Because now that I think about it, yeah, I need to be affirmed that what we have going on
is for real.
Yeah, and if I don't get affirmed, I'll cry. I'm not kidding. It's just weird. You know what I mean? I don't think I could be with someone who doesn't have the same viewpoints on that as me.
Yeah, but I do also understand that some people aren't really good at saying it. And literally, okay, this is going to be very confusing, but like, I think I would rather you show me that you love me. But like, once you show me, okay, now I know you love me. So now you have to tell me that you love me.
Okay. No, I get that. That makes sense to me.
So I guess they're all green flags. All of the love language.
No, yeah, they are green flags. I just feel like they're green flags until you push it. You know what I mean?
Until you go a little too hard.
Yeah, because I don't mind physical touch. There's a you misunderstood me.
Okay.
I don't hate it. I just hate it if it like goes against like my comfort zone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Do you need a guy to ask you permission first, or like
I think
bring it up?
I think at first, but then after a while, I'd just be like, you don't have to ask.
Oh, just,
you know what I mean?
Just do it. Okay.
Stop being a weirdo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it makes sense if you're just getting to know someone.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't want them to be literally clinging on to you.
Mm-hmm. Oh gosh, did I ever tell you about that one?
What?
Where I was on a date with.
Oh my god, I know it's gonna be juicy.
No, it's just it like hurts me because it's like the opposite of what I like. But I was on a date with this one guy who really wanted to hold my hand, and he couldn't tell me. Like he couldn't say it.
That he wanted to hold your hand?
Yeah, so he had to text it to me.
Oh my god.
And I told my coworker about that. And she was so endeared. She thought that was the cutest thing in the world. And I'm like,
yeah, if we were 16.
yeah, thank you, dude.
Look, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I can't.
I was so like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm gonna walk to my car now. Yeah.
See, I feel mean because it's like, okay, it kind of is endearing, but also like take a little bit of initiative.
No, thank you. That's what I'm saying.
That's also sexy. Like, come on, take initiative. Show me that you want to hold my hand.
That's so funny. No, I think about that sometimes and I'm like, I hope he's doing okay.
I hope so too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't have a situation like that, but I do have a situation where I went on a date with this guy a long time ago, like so long ago, where I did all of the talking and he just stared at me and smiled. And then after the date was over, he was like, do you want to get dinner? But because we went to the movies.
Okay.
And literally the whole time he was just staring at me. And I was just like, so uncomfortable. But he was really nice, but also I think similar to that guy.
Nervous.
Yeah, like very nervous, very anxious. And so when he asked me to dinner, I was like, no, I actually have plans. I gotta go. And he was like, oh, well, yeah, like we could just like do something else another day. And I was like thinking to my head, I don't think we will.
It's so hard sometimes when you know it's not going well and you have to be the one that's like, no.
Let's be honest here. I was carrying the conversation. I carried tonight, and you know what?
You sold,
and it wasn't enjoyable. So
yeah, dang. I'm trying to connect this to the book we're reading right now.
Okay.
Wait.
Oh,
pin. You know what I hate?
What do you hate?
What I despise.
Ooh, I love this. I love the
as someone who's in fucking education.
Oh my god, not the expo marker in your pocket. I love that.
I felt it when I walked in and I was like, God damn it. This is why I keep losing them.
You take them home.
I think that's the only one I
love the
pocket.
passion though. What do you hate?
What I hate in books.
Oh, in books. Or okay.
I can't when it's a teenager,
okay,
and one of the educators.
I knew it.
I can't.
Dude, I was so excited. Like when I found out that this was a headmaster and a student, I was like,
the headmaster?
I was like, Cheli is going to eat this up, chew it up, swallow
Spit
it,
out.
and then
regurgitate it. No, I didn't know anything going into what we're about to talk about. The episode hasn't started yet. Hold on.
Please hold on.
I didn't know. You can't just spring that shit on me when I'm at work.
She's not actually a teen, by the way. She's like 20. But people think that she's a teen. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Pin in that.
Another pin? How many pins are we going to do?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
What's crazy?
Why I don't think if I went back to college right now, the age I am, and I had a professor that was hot, no, because
you're far.
they're teaching me. My brain is growing because of them.
No.
Oh my God, no! Don't do that.
We are nowhere near 18.
No, I know we're not. Okay, first of all, okay.
Don't age me like that. I shouldn't say
young.
nowhere near. Wait, hold on.
No, we're.
Look, our frontal lobe is developed. Okay.
I just feel like
anytime someone says, "How old are you?" we should just say, "Well, the frontal lobe is developed." So
she's there.
Next question.
No, I just feel like if I went back to college now, age I am now, way past 18, just so past it.
Oh my God.
And my professor was hot,
Just
and they were like, Cheli, why don't you stay a little bit? I jump out the fucking window. Are you fucking kidding me?
I would be like, Cheli, do
No.
it. Do it.
No, because my mind is also like, oh my God, are we gonna network? Hold on a minute.
Oh my God.
That's all I am now. I can't stop it. Look at my expo markers. I can't stop it. But I can't. I can't separate that. So I can't imagine being a student and being like, wait, hold on.
Oh yeah.
Wait, the headmaster's kind of hot. Headmaster? That's a principal. That's fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Would you? Would you?
I think
think about it.
I think maybe.
Wait, what's the age difference? You're 20, they're 6,000.
That's like nothing.
How weird is that?
That's like whatever.
That's also another thing. Why do they have to make the men in every like fucking fantasy romance? I'm 6,013.
Paranormal romance. It's technically paranormal, right?
Yeah. Who knows?
I think so.
I hate it. 6,013?
Why is so specific?
Why are you an odd number? I fucking hate that shit.
Why can't you be like 102? Like, that's more acceptable.
Can you imagine? And someone's like, oh, yeah, you're like 6,000. 6,013, actually.
Yeah, don't forget the 13. Yeah. I've lived those years. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it is kind of gross, but I mean, it's fantasy, so I try not to think about that too much.
No, I can't. I can't separate it.
No?
But do you think if we went into the magical world of Harry Potter?
It's definitely not Harry Potter, but
the magical world
probably
of witches and bitches.
Okay.
Do you think a student headmaster romance can fix your life?
Yes. You look so excited to talk about this.
I cannot. Welcome to the Book Fix Podcast, a podcast where we fix lives one witch at a time.
One book witch at a time.
I'm your witch, Cheli.
And I'm your other witch, Yajaira.
And we're talking about witches today. Specifically.
Witches, bitches. The bitches are the vampires.
Witches and bitches. Okay. Mm-hmm. I love that shit. We are talking about The Coven by
Harper L.
Thank you. I didn't remember that. This book has been talked about for a minute.
I think because it's okay. I don't know if I'm right. I'm just going to throw it out there. I think it's a duology and people are talking about it because the second one recently released.
Can you tell me the name of the second one?
Cursed.
Had my hopes up. They fell down.
Why? You expected something beautiful?
I just wanted something different. Also, I'm sorry. My brain, my frontal lobe, although it's developed, I don't remember this word. What does coven mean?
Coven? Isn't that just like a group of witches?
Oh, squad. They should have just called it squad.
Coven, like, you know, American Horror Story, Coven, aka the best season. Thank you. So good. Witches that fall in so good they tried to recreate it again.
Really?
Well, they continued it afterwards.
It didn't hit.
Did I like it? I think I did like it, but it was so long ago I don't remember.
Well, today we're going to be talking about Coven, and I'm already confused. We haven't even started talking about it. I'm already confused.
Okay, what are you confused about?
This story starts off with our girly Willow. And she is living in the human world, and her mom just passed away like a week ago. So she's with her brother Ash, who feels like he's 6 years old. He feels really young.
We'll be back after a quick break. And welcome back to another episode of By Its Cover. I'm your host, Katie.
I'm Jake.
And you've started listening to By Its Cover. How did our intro go?
I know it's kind of funny, though, that you can't get it.
I can't get it. Oh, I know why. Okay. And welcome back to another episode of By Its Cover, a podcast where we pick out books by their cover,
Read them.
consume them,
Read them.
and then we talk about them on the show. I'm
Heck
your
yeah.
host, Katie.
Oh, we're starting over.
No.
I'm Jake.
Yep.
And
I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out if it is a duology. I don't know. It doesn't say, but I heard it somewhere in the grapevine, so I'm just going to say it is.
so she's with her little brother Ash, and he's just kind of like, life's so sad.
I think he's like 8.
Life's so sad, but at least I got my sister that's never going to leave me, right, sis?
And also,
Right, sis?
Ash had no idea that they came from a line of witches. You don't find that out until the person like before you passes away, and then you kind of like have to accept. You have to accept whether or not you want to continue.
Can I tell you a pet peeve of mine already? Right off the fucking bat.
What?
I hate when authors talk in like absolutes. Like their sentences are very much like, their sentences feel like it's like a risk. Like, I
Like
told my
what?
brother something and I said I would never do it, but I lied. Oh, what he didn't know is we would never go back to a time like this. Oh, I was never going to get in that bus. What he didn't know is that our lives will change forever at this point. And it's like,
I get you.
why is it that every sentence you feel like you need to have like a little cliffhanger to it?
I 100% agree with you.
Right?
And it was definitely more apparent in the beginning with that moment with her brother, because her brother obviously didn't want her to separate from him, but she knew she needed to get away from him because she knew that people were going to be looking for her.
Yep.
And so she was lying to him and was like, yeah, we'll stay together. No.
And it sucked because like I liked the idea of her and her brother's dynamic, but it felt really forced at some points because it was like, yeah, I didn't want to tell my brother I'm not going with him, so I'm pretending I'm gonna go on that Greyhound with him.
Yeah. Or I'm pretending that I'll just see him later.
Yeah.
But then what I hated, I was so excited about this prospect because I love like siblings in fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what it is, but I feel like they never do it well.
Yeah.
And this one especially, I felt like she cared for him in this moment, but never thought about him ever again afterwards.
Yep.
Literally, even at the end, when she should have realized, who do I care about the most in this world? God, I don't know.
I just don't know.
I just don't know who that could be.
I really hated too. Sorry, so much hatred at the beginning of the book.
Oh my God.
It's okay. We're gonna hate more when the teacher comes up. Okay.
Oh, wait, pause. There will be spoilers ahead.
Yeah.
So if you're planning on reading this, go read it and come back. And also, we have a book club on Fable and on Goodreads. This month's book is The Immortal by
The Immortal Dark.
Oh my God, yes. The Immortal Dark by Tyjust Gurma.
Yes.
And we are going to talk about it at the end of the month. So please join our Fable and Goodreads book clubs. You can find it under the Book Fix pod.
One thing I hated. It goes with the whole absolute thing and like being super dramatic for no reason.
Yeah.
Their mom had died a week ago.
Yes. And
she had a moment where her brother was like, I don't know why you don't just move in with me and dad, like his dad, because they have different dads. Mm-hmm. He would take you in, like he would help you.
Because he's nice.
And
yeah.
and she has a moment where she's like, hey, it's not that easy, bug. Mm-hmm. And when she says that, she thinks, man, that word hasn't been uttered since mom's death.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's been a week. Mm-hmm. It's been a week. It's not like it's taboo. You never said it was. And then she keeps saying it every fucking line after that. And it was like, why'd you make it seem like you never say it? That's the only word you know.
Well, see, now it's like, oh, I already said it. So now I have to emphasize how much weight this endearment has.
It didn't have that much weight to me.
I know, but like I felt like that's what they were trying to do. But it didn't do it successfully.
Well,
also,
whatever.
I don't like how the love interest was introduced. Not introduced, but like introduced to her.
Well, can you talk about why he even went to her?
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. I don't fully understand this story because I just feel like I don't know if you felt the same way, but I was liking the idea of the story. But then as it kept going, I was like, damn, this story is just not executing the way that I want it to. So I just started losing more and more interest. So like there's a lot to the lore, but I just don't care enough about it.
I just wish too that the plot twist.
Oh yeah, the plot twist.
Because the thing is, our love interest, is a morally gray character.
But okay, yes, he is. But also in the beginning of the book, did you read the author's note where she was like, he is morally gray, but also he's evil. So he was technically just evil.
Okay. Thank you for bringing that up, because I was confused when she said that, because I'm like, wouldn't you argue that all morally gray characters are kind of a little bit evil?
Yeah, but
he but don't love him too much.
He was evil.
Okay.
Wait, I kind of love him. Wait. Okay. So I think this story starts in his perspective, because he is in the school, which is called Crystal Lake, which is actually Jason from Friday the 13th. It's not Crystal Lake. It's
Crystal something.
Yeah, whatever, the school. Mm-hmm. And so at this school, there's 2 witches that are literally just bone because they're immortal. And one of the...
that's going to be us.
Can't wait. One of the witches tells him, hey, there's still a green?
Yeah.
So the power is distributed between gems. Mm-hmm. So the green witches would be like garden, dirt, whatever. Anyway, so that's Willow. And so she was like, hey, we have this girl who's actually a green. So you need the last remaining green. So you, the love interest, whose name is...
Hold on.
Alaric
Grayson Thorne.
Yes.
Grayson Thorne.
Grayson. Whatever.
Doesn't matter.
So she tells him, you need to go get her. I don't know why, but it was like, no, it has to be you.
Yeah, because then he was like, why don't we send like a woman? She'd probably be more comfortable. And they're like, nope.
No, it has to be you. Okay, so you have to go. So he's a vampire.
Yes, but he's also known as a vessel.
Yeah, so
right?
I thought it was interesting how he's tending... Okay, they're known as demons. So he's a vessel because like his soul is inhabiting this body for now. So his soul could be plucked out of this body and go into a different body. So
yes.
I thought that was interesting, but just like, why are they called vampires then? Whatever.
Thank you. I don't get it. I feel like people just need the word vampire in there for people to be like,
vampire.
Wait, hold on.
I think it's... I do enjoy when they like make it a little bit different than what the normal is, but like the rest of the plot wasn't interesting enough for this to work for me.
Okay.
So then when he goes to meet Willow, he takes a girl and a
Juliana
guy.
And Karis.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god. Hey, that shit up. Dude, I just pulled that out of my fucking ass. I wasn't sure. I do remember.
I love that.
I do remember I already forgot her name.
Juliet.
Juliet.
Because I remember I thought about
Juliet.
Shatter Me.
Okay.
So he goes alone to the door. So he knocks on the door and he's like, hey girl, you need to go to the Crystal School stat.
Hey girl.
And she's just like, who is this sexy man standing out my door?
You know what line just makes me want to rip up my face, fold it up, mail it to myself?
I love when you say that. You're so funny.
I fucking hate that line that's like, he was just sitting in a suit. Hey, he was just sitting in a suit.
I mean, he was.
No, and the fact that this man was headmaster. The only headmaster I know is Dumbledore.
Which could also be sexy.
Yeah, he's kind of... Hold on, I take it back. No, it's weird. Mm-hmm. I hated it. But this fucking sin in a suit type man is like, I'm your invitation to this school. You gotta go. And she's like, nah, I'm good. And then they have that whole thing where he compels the brother to leave.
Yeah, so the brother runs up to her and she panics because she wants everyone to believe that she's the last green alive, but technically it's her brother. So she panics and she's just like, go over there. And she's kind of like willing to agree to go with him if he doesn't tell anyone about her brother. Which actually he was the one who brought that up. He was like, I'll keep your secret if you just come with me. But then she kind of puts up a fight.
But can I say something? Won't that cause an issue later?
For him?
No, just like in general. Don't you think if the last person in the lineage of greens, if they're not there, won't that cause an issue?
I think it'll cause like some sort of imbalance because it really mattered for there to be somebody for every one of these crystals or whatever. Yeah. But I don't know. Like, I feel like our main character didn't really care. So why do I care?
That just feels like a plot hole.
Yeah.
This boy jumped on the Greyhound bus and left. What the fuck? Well, she goes to this school and he's just kind of like...
Well, she puts up a fight.
I don't even fucking care about that.
Yeah, we can skip that.
I fucking hated that. I marked it. Chapter 9. I'm only 9 chapters into this piece of shit book. And there's already lines of, it's her talking to Gray. God. And they're both kind of like bickering back and forth.
Oh,
and
I know.
Juliet is just like, God, just fuck already.
Oh my God.
I've known him for 10 minutes.
I hated that because you know what I hate the most about these types of stories? It's like you can really do so much with tension. Like these people could literally hate each other. Why are they already like humping each other 2 chapters in? Yep. Oh my God, that's like one of my biggest aches of this.
I hated
this type of story.
Because then even right after that, he makes like a comment like, oh yeah, you're fucking hating me, but when I put my cock in between your, he like says that shit. Oh yeah. And I'm just like, ew.
He's like, ew! Oh, but like when I make you scream.
No, shut the fuck up. You're my headmaster. No. I couldn't. I would rather be anywhere else. But unfortunately, I was listening to the audiobook. I couldn't escape it.
It was all around.
Oh gosh. So they get to the school and what does she learn at school? Nothing. Except for that one weird chapter where she just kept asking her professor question after question because we needed the lore. And I was over here drowning like, I don't give a fuck. She's like, wait, hold on, question. But what if...
No, she was answering the questions.
That's even worse.
Yeah.
That's because I know it all.
Shut up, teacher's pet.
The bullies in the room are just like, let me at her.
They're like, you've been here for a week and you know all of this information?
What the fuck? What the fuck? I can't.
Yeah, the way that it info dumped in that scene alone,
do you know which one
was crazy
about?
Yes, I do, because the whole time I was thinking, this girl's not learning anything. I don't even really know what the classes look like. Are there students around? I don't know. I don't think so.
There was that dumb conversation. I don't even remember the context of this conversation. But it was when Gray saw her talking to Iban and he was just kind of like, hey, really nice to meet you. Okay, bye. He obviously like kind of liked her, but Gray was automatically like, yeah, he'll fuck you if you ask. And it's just kind of like, first of all, you're my headmaster. Why is a headmaster in charge of a classroom? Weird. Yeah, whatever. Small thing. You know what else fucking bothered me? When he was like, everyone open page 3. You're barely on page 3? That's table of contents. I was just kind of like, okay, whatever. But
you're like, I'm not gonna think too much about that.
No, page 3 is the pages you skip.
Yeah.
I can't.
You skipped like 20 in the beginning, but whatever.
I can't. Whatever. But Iban was like he was mentioned by Gray, and then Willow started going like, damn, you think Iban's in our next class? Think Iban's gonna be there? And I'm just like, shut the fuck up.
She never thinks about her brother or her family. No. She does think about her dad because her dad trained her to get revenge for his sister
Yes.
who was murdered.
Yes.
And there's also a secret that she has, which I think we learned pretty early on. I don't really care about the suspense. She has two abilities. She's green, but she's also black, which is unheard of, I guess.
Okay.
One of my icks, I don't know exactly when this is happening, but like I hate when things are kind of like spoon fed to us in a way where I mean, I know the type of story this is. So there was a line of dialogue where I think she's thinking, no, I think this is still when she's saying goodbye to Ash. But I just want to bring this up because like I read it and I got annoyed. So she is talking to Gray and she's like, is there anyone you love, anyone you would do anything to protect?
Oh,
And he says, no, vessels do not have hearts, witchling. You'll do well to remember that in the coming years. And it's like, I understand that I feel like this exchange of dialogue always happens in these types of stories, but I just hate the way that it was done in this one. Because it's
Why?
like, I understand that you don't have a heart, but like, obviously you're going to fall in love with this girl, you know? Like, I know you're going to fall in love with her. I don't care. I don't care. I just don't like how it was written.
Because of that kind of just makes it worse because of how quickly they kind of lusted for each other.
That and also how quickly she moved on from her brother Ash, who she supposedly loves more than anything in this world.
Yep.
It felt like she was just using him to have a moment of, you'll never love me, right? Like that's what she's trying to say.
You know what I hated too?
Between the lines.
When Gray had that moment where he was like, no one sees her like I do. She's, of course, being super flirtatious and provocative as a coping mechanism.
Wow.
What
I'm
a
so
deep
guy. But then
and instead of asking her, hey, are you okay? He just takes advantage of that.
yeah, doesn't he like break into her room the first night she's there and like touches her?
I don't understand that. First of all,
Because I remember she was moaning. But
it was dubious consent. One of the
probably.
I think it was.
Yeah.
I forget what the context was, but I do remember that he undressed her because she looked uncomfortable, and then he got hella like turned on. But she was like, but his mindset wasn't, no, I'm not gonna do this. His mindset was like, no, I want her to be awake the first time I do it.
But also,
and there's a difference in those two things.
But
you know?
also, wasn't he mad that she got turned on? Like he was like, why is she turned on? She doesn't even know that it's me. Who else is turning her on?
That's the stupidest shit.
I don't
I've
remember if
ever
it was
heard.
this moment or if it was another moment, but I remember him thinking that at one point, and I was like, this man is 6,013 years old, but he's so fucking stupid.
Yeah. Okay, first of all, 6,013 years young.
He's lived too long.
There was this line where it was like, I was there at the beginning of time, babe. And I'm like, ugh.
That is so gross.
You're there at the beginning of time and you became an educator? That's fucking crazy.
Wasn't she even asking him too? I mean, why are you teaching history if like it was about the witches, right?
Why are you teaching history?
And he was like, there's things you don't understand.
We teach it so you don't repeat it, babe. I mean, student.
Oh, but God, it was so cringe because it was literally at the beginning. Like, I think the second that or the first full day that she was there when she was like, oh, I have to do my duty, my mission.
Yeah.
So everyone left his classroom and she's just started like flirting with him, like touching his lip. And
she kisses him.
she kisses him. And he was just kind of like going along with it. But I think he says like, I know what you're doing. But you know what? I'll go with it. I don't know. Like, to me, it felt like he knew.
What the fuck?
He knew what she was doing this entire time.
6,013.
I know.
You're 20. That's a fraction of my age. I've lived thousands of 20s before you. I can't. This is like the whole Edward and Bella thing all over again.
Well, worse, because Edward's only 100
And at least
20. I don't know.
To really give it to Gray, at least with all this age, he became a professor and not a fucking high school student. I'm just going to say that.
Oh my God. I mean, for 6,000 years, you think he... Oh.
6,000 years.
You think he wants to be a student? Would
Hell
you?
no. I'm gone.
I bet you anything he was a student for a very long time.
6,013 years, I would not be in a facility that learns.
I know. Get me away from there, please. I think I've learned enough. I'm done.
I know. Hey, you know what? I've got it. Don't worry. It's all in here. Hell no. This whole headmaster thing too, doesn't that give him a certain like power? Why is he teaching a normal ass history class? A beginner's freshman history class. You have seniority. I would not be teaching history.
Yeah. I don't really understand
anything.
Yeah. It's honestly, yeah.
Okay, so let's get into them having this weird sexual relationship, which is this frowned upon at the school, or are they just kind of chill with it?
Well, there was a moment when, okay, so there's a thing that happens in the story where it's called the reaping, which, I mean, I think it just means that the vampires can feed on whoever they want.
Yeah.
And he calls dibs on Willow because there was another teacher or somebody important saw them together. I think it was that first day. And she was like, stay away from Willow. She's the last green. Love that girl. Love her so much. Love her to death. And he was like, dibs on the reaping. And she, like, I guess she can't do anything about that.
Yeah.
So she was like, damn.
The fuck?
I can't believe you said dibs.
Oh, he did.
The
say
power
dibs,
in
though.
those words.
He did say dibs, though. I gotta respect it. That's all it takes? That's crazy.
I think it's so funny.
That's so fucking stupid.
It is, but it's hilarious. You were going to say something about something you hated about this story?
The flirting.
Oh, okay. What about it?
It sucked. It sucked. There was no tension in their flirting.
There was no tension.
It was just them already there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
And the thing is, here, okay, pin, but kind of taking it out also. What the fuck was it when we were in his perspective and he was like, she's driving me crazy. I've never felt like this. But then with that reveal at the end, it's like, were you lying this whole fucking time?
Mm-hmm.
To us? To me?
I think it was supposed to be that situation of she drives me crazy, but also I have more important things to do.
That's so stupid. Mm-hmm. That's so stupid. Their flirting meant nothing to me. They just were. And then
when they like started hooking up, messing around, it felt so like...
I skipped the spice.
I skipped most of it, but I think the first one, I got a little too deep into it. And I was like, this just feels so empty. Like, I don't know. Like, there's no feeling here, which, okay, if that's your cup of tea, perfect for... this is perfect for you then.
Yep.
But I just kind of felt like I really don't like this guy. And he doesn't feel 6,013 years old to me. He
also
feels like a fuck boy who's like 18.
Also, whoa, call him out. Was it there a point too in the first spice scene where he was trying to get out of her? Like, she just had a very bad dream. And in her dream,
it was
she
like
became someone who's very important in history, whose name is Charlotte. We'll talk about that later. But she didn't want to mention that.
But wasn't she being chased by Charlotte first? And then
No, she was Charlotte. And her aunt was there and was like, Charlotte, run.
You're right, yes.
Yeah, so...
but she brought that up to him, but she didn't talk about her aunt.
She omitted the fact that she was Charlotte. And she was like, I saw my aunt and I got hurt in my dream. And he was like, but that mark you have on you means that he, which I guess is Lucifer, right? I don't know. He's watching you. Why would he want to watch you out of all people?
Yeah.
And it's because she has a connection to Charlotte, but she didn't want to mention that. So then they started fucking around, and then he compels her and is like, you can't finish until you tell me. Like, I'm not going to let you ever experience finishing if it isn't from me. It is done.
And the only reason he was able to compel her was because he fed from her, or he gave her his blood. I don't remember exactly, because she can't be compelled because she has like a charm or something. Yeah. So this was like a big moment of him being able to compel her. And she was like, oh my God, it's because of the blood.
That was stupid. Because then like after, okay, this is where I'm confused. Okay. Cause I was in traffic. I didn't know what was going on. Why the fuck did she do the whole handcuff thing and take off her clothes? And they like just suspended her in the air because her friend Della was like, "Not trust. This is a good idea."
Yeah.
But then doesn't the teacher Gray come in and like mess around with her while she's suspended in the air?
Yeah.
What the
But-
fuck? Why did that happen?
Well, because she was trying to finish, right? Like she
Yeah.
had been trying to finish, but because of him compelling her, she couldn't even make herself finish. So wasn't she okay? Go ahead.
Wasn't the point of that for her to finish and not know who finished her? But then wouldn't she know it's Gray because of the compelling?
Yeah.
What the fuck was
It doesn't make any sense. It felt like she was trying to find a loophole, but girl.
That's so weird.
Also, it was just weird. Like, I don't know. Him compelling her
was wrong.
that was obviously wrong, but it was also like weird.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's just.
Because was it just that one time? Or is it for like the rest of her life?
No, I think it's forever.
The fuck?
Yeah.
You ruined me. That's fucking crazy.
Or until she tells him. I don't remember the wording exactly, but he knew that she was hiding something and he wanted to get it out of her.
Mm-hmm. When he could have just compelled her, hey, tell me the truth.
I know. Why did he fucking do that?
Didn't she ask? And he was like, where's the fun in that?
That's too easy.
What the fuck?
It's so stupid. I can't. Also, he's a psycho for that.
Yeah, he
literally,
is.
I would not be romantically interested in a man who would do that to me
But then they start falling in love.
very quickly.
I don't know.
I felt like we went from -10 to 6013.
Like years young. I don't know.
Oh my god, shut up. Okay, go ahead, explain.
So, something about him going like, my love, it's okay. You're in love with me. Give me your virginity.
Oh god.
You're 6013.
What?
I'm -2. That's fucking crazy.
Literally another one of my ex. It's the virgin.
Oh,
Trope.
yeah.
Hate that shit.
Hey, you gave me your virginity.
Yeah.
That's everything.
That's everything, babe. I love you so much. It's just like, okay. Calm the fuck down. You're 6,000 years old. Don't embarrass me. Oh my god.
And it's weird, right? It's like, hey, aren't you the one who came from Earth? Earth? Well, I don't even know how they separate this world. Aren't you the one that came from the human world? And now you're dating the headmaster? Yeah, that's kind of fucked, isn't it?
Yeah, because I do remember there was a scene where I think one of her classmates
Yvonne.
was like, I think she's fucking the teacher, because what the hell?
Hey, how the fuck does she have an A++?
That's unheard of.
That's unheard of. This bitch has not been in class a single... Wait, I don't think she's learned shit in this class. This history, right? No.
No. All right. Anything else significant before the ending?
No.
I just don't really remember much.
Here's the thing.
There was a lot of spice though.
There was a lot of spice that didn't need to be there. But then there was also a lot of interactions within people that I didn't care about at all.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She had multiple dreams about this whole Charlotte and like her aunt. She needs to collect her aunt's bones because it gives her power or whatever. All this shit. I don't care about this shit.
The bones. She forgot about the bones. I forgot about the bones. And then she finally brought it up to him, to Gray. And she was like, I need to find her bones. And he was like, yeah, I'll totally help you with that.
I'm going to go walk over there now and you can hear him rattling as he walks.
Because he has the bones. That's
He
why.
has the bones. That's the biggest plot twist. When I figured out he had the bones, I was like, this fucking bitch.
Well, I already...
Was he wearing it the whole fucking time?
I felt like that was so obvious. And then also, okay, I'm going to ask you something.
Okay, I'll be honest.
Did this book, mostly near the end, did it remind you of anything that we've talked about?
Can I guess?
Yes.
Because I don't know if it's the end, but just the whole vibe of this, I might get it wrong. Give me a hint. I feel like it's wrong.
We've talked about this other story.
Okay.
that really like I feel like the author read this story and was like, no, I need to make it a romance. Say it.
No, because I'm wrong.
Say it.
I feel like I'm wrong, but the vibe I got when I was reading this was Zodiac Academy.
Zodiac Academy?
Did you not get that vibe?
Okay, I do see what you're talking
Okay.
about, but I'm talking about the pairing.
The pairing,
The romance. It's the romance, not romance.
romance, not romance that we read. Okay, give me another hint. When was
Romance.
when did we read it?
Long time, long ago.
When we were still in the middle of nowhere.
Before that.
Before that.
Before the middle of nowhere. Say it. Say
The
it.
Darkling?
Yeah.
No.
Dude, I
The
swear.
Darkling was hot though.
But wasn't Gray supposedly hot too?
This man was not hot. He
No.
was 2013.
No. Okay. The moment that I'm talking about that literally gave me Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo
Yeah.
vibes was when she talks to, oh God, I forgot her name. The witch.
Susanna?
Susanna, there you go. When she talks to Susanna, and Susanna's like, you can't be in love with him. You need to stay away from him. He's evil.
Oh my god. Good voice acting. Hell yeah.
Because she's old. She's just like, you need to stay away from me. You can't trust him. And she's just like, oh my God, he's evil. Let me run into the forest then. Let me just run away and take this woman's word for it. Okay. Runs into the forest. Okay. Gets chased around by animals. And then Gray finds her. And doesn't he stab her with the bones? Or a bone?
Yes, he does.
Hello.
Oh,
the
you know what? You're right, because it was in her.
It was
She
literally.
couldn't take him out.
Yeah, that was Shadow and Bone. I can't believe you
my
didn't
God.
get it.
I didn't
I'm
make that
disappointed.
connection because I was like, this shit sucks.
No, dude, I felt it. I
You
was
felt it?
she's inspired by Shadow and Bone, and I just need her to know
My
that
boy,
I know.
the Darkling.
You didn't even like the Darkling.
You didn't finish the series, so you don't know.
Also,
But
you
my
do like the
boy,
Darkling.
Maybe. My boy, the Darkling, he wouldn't do me like that.
He literally stabbed her
Okay, you
With-
can't stab someone.
with the
I'm
bones.
joking.
With the bones.
No, he did.
So when Gray stabs her with the bones, it was literally that exact same moment. And then he betrays her. Doesn't he kill her?
I don't know what happened.
I was so confused.
From this point to the last page of the book.
So basically, he threatens her because he wants her to do something. And she doesn't want to do it. I don't remember.
Yeah.
And then he's like, well, will this convince you? Let me threaten you with the person you love the most. And this girl was like, who could that be?
Who do I wait?
Who do I love?
Oh, I love Gray.
I love
He's
Grace.
the man I love the most in the entire world.
So it can't be anyone else.
Yeah, who could?
And then he brings out Ash, and it's like, oh yeah, I forgot I had a little brother.
Ash. It's Ash. Ash. Hey.
Yeah,
I don't even remember that.
I don't even know what happens to the brother. I just remember that.
That he shows up. I do remember that. And then I remember there's this like whole thing where because of the bones, they resurrect Charlotte, and the dad, which is Willow's dad, was like, Gray, I came out of the forest. Gray, did you finally do that thing and resurrect my sister? And then he turns to Willow and starts like fucking killing her. And then Charlotte is like, no father should ever harm their child. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
Wait, they kill him, the dad.
Do they actually kill him?
I don't know.
But I just remember there's that point.
I don't remember.
And then fucking Willow's like, what the fuck is going on? And Gray, and Charlotte's like, oh, you don't understand how important you are, all this shit, and you need to pass on the lineage. And she's like, I'm not married. And then that's when Gray comes up and is like,
no, but doesn't she say your husband? Like she says, oh, you and your husband, ... And then he comes in and he's like, hey, wife.
hey, wifey.
Yeah. And I think that's how it ends.
No,
I don't know.
it's her saying the mark on your stomach says otherwise. And it was a mark that she was born with.
Mm-hmm.
And he just goes up like, you should probably ask me my name. And she's like, no, this shit's too crazy. But it's revealed that when she was a baby, he was 5,095.
Oh, I forgot about
5,995.
Yeah.
And he looked at her and was like, wife.
Okay. Because Charlotte, oh my God, who's the mother? I forgot who the mother is.
Flora.
Flora, doesn't she bargain with him? Like, oh, yeah, if you do this for me, you can have my child. And
That's
then he
crazy.
marks her.
And marries her.
At 20. Not as a baby, but at 20. What?
No, they're technically married as she's a baby.
That's so weird. That's so weird. That's so gross. That's so disgusting.
Weird, gross, disgusting. Wasn't there for it. And it got even worse when she was like, I can't believe you fucking did that to me. But then he looks at her like, but I'll always love you. It's just so hard. He looked at me with pity. There's no way he feels bad about this, but he's like, my love.
Yeah.
And then I think the book ends with her saying his name, and he is Lucifer Morningstar, whatever the fuck Lucifer's last name is.
Morningstar.
The
and I forgot about that big reveal. Damn.
He's Lucifer.
And I literally reread
Lucifer.
this ending twice.
Me too.
And I was like, for some reason, it's just not sticking. I don't.
Can I be super honest with you right now, in this moment, in this space right now, here?
Yes.
I had finished this book when I got out of work.
Today?
Yeah. And I didn't get it. And I was literally sitting in my meeting because I had finished it. I went to my meeting. It was 2 hours long. And I was just like, Morningstar. Like, wait, so he's the devil? That doesn't make any sense how he's a vessel. Also, if you're the devil, why did you put yourself in your own personal hell and work as an educator? So many questions. So many questions.
That is
so little
a
answers.
really good question.
So then I literally reread the last 10 chapters right now. And as I was getting out to come in for us to film was when I heard that ending again. And I was walking up here like, Lucifer. Like, what? I'm still confused.
I'm so confused.
I don't get it. Why did they have to make it so convoluted?
I don't know. I don't understand. And then I feel like I'm sure someone who's listening to us will be like, how can you not understand this story? Let me explain it to you. Please explain it to us.
Bones. Yeah, please.
Go ahead. Explain it to us.
Call me out. Tell me I'm wrong about everything. He's 6,014, actually.
I know. That's the biggest thing.
Tell
And then
me.
I'm so confused because I don't know if I missed something, but I reread the summary because I was like, okay, I'm a little confused. And in the summary, it mentioned 13 students.
Yes.
I don't remember.
Were there
start big 13 students?
No, but didn't at the end he started murdering everyone in front of her? Like he was grabbing student by student.
Yeah, but I was like, who are these people? She literally has no personal connection to these people, and I wish that she did.
Did Iban die?
Huh?
Iban?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. Probably, because I'm just like, she did not care about these people.
I really do wish, same. If she had a personal connection and they were helping her get to the bottom of this just for them to all die in front of her, that would have fucked me up. But instead, I'm confused. And I didn't care that they were dying because I didn't know who the fuck they were.
To me, this school was empty.
Yeah.
Like, except
it was
two stick figures, maybe.
Her, the person who helped her suspend from the air, butt ass naked, the very hot classmate Iban, and the headmaster.
That was literally
That was it. I didn't care about this shit. I didn't learn anything from this book. I feel like I've regressed and I don't know how to move forward from here. And you know what makes me sad? We've had this book in our bulk for a minute I thought it was going to be good.
So did I. I really thought that this story was going to be good. But also, I felt like the conversation was going to be good.
No, yeah. I always feel like that.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish that there was more to this. I wish that I liked the Oh, here's the other thing. Taking out that pin we said at the beginning. With her trigger warnings when she was like, he's not morally gray. He's actually just a villain.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand that he did horrible, horrible things.
Mm-hmm.
He still didn't seem like a villain. He still just seemed morally gray. Because I feel like if you say villain, I feel like he should have fucking hated her. Yeah, but he didn't hate her.
Didn't he kill her?
That to me meant nothing.
He killed her.
But she's good.
To me, when I was at this scene where he was like stabbing her and killing her, I was like, see, if that were me, my pride would never let me even look at you again. So,
but to her, she was kind of like,
what are we doing here?
No, I feel like I wanted him to completely 180.
But you would never see that in another dark romance like this.
Find it.
Where they literally kill her?
Well, he's literally Lucifer. But to me, he should have hated her. But the thing is, after that whole reveal, even after he killed her, he acted exactly the same.
Yeah.
So there was no change.
Well, I don't know. There was a moment where I kind of felt like, this is a different bitch. Like, this is...
What part?
It was literally that part where he was like revealing himself, like where he was threatening her with Ash. I don't know. Like the whole time I was just like, I don't understand how this is a romance.
They love each other.
I don't know. I disagree with you. I feel like he felt like a villain to me.
No, I didn't see it. I didn't hate him enough. Because I also didn't like him enough.
Despised him.
You wouldn't root for them?
Oh, God, no.
You wouldn't be like, hey, water under the bridge.
I feel like the only thing that interests me in the next book is seeing if there's actually tension. You know how in the Bridge Kingdom there was like tension, that angst of like, I shouldn't be with you.
But the Bridge Kingdom did it right.
Yeah, so that's what I'm wondering. Like, I wonder if in the next one it's done right.
Hey, little sneak peek? No.
You read it?
It won't be. No, I think I know enough. If someone recommends us to read this book, I don't think we're going to.
Oh my God. Don't say that.
Being super honest. I don't ever want to go back into this universe. I think I'm good. That being said, can't give it a 0.
Oh, God.
So on Storygraph, I'd probably give this a 0.5. This was such a disappointing read.
I think I would give it a 0.25.
Can I give it a 0.05?
I think on Fable you can give it a 0.25. If not, a 0.5.
I could have done without ever reading this. And it makes me so sad because in the month of love, all I want to do is love.
I know. And we can't.
We can't. For every single book we've read has been so much hatred.
Hatred? Oh, well, the last one. I wouldn't say hatred.
It was crazy. All these men have been crazy.
Yeah, true.
I just want a man with sense. Is that wrong? Is that wrong?
Well, the next one, there is no man, so. Oh my. Thank God.
I can't. But you know what? We're letting it go. We've done what we needed to do. We've packed her up in a box and she's gone. To anyone who's still out there.
I am so curious though to know what happens in the next one. I need to like find someone's like review.
Okay, I was about to be like, we gotta read it.
And no, God. Well,
no.
Not for the podcast.
Just between ourselves.
Just
when
in our personal book club.
When both of you and I are under a blanket with one flashlight reading together.
And we're both holding the book. It's so cute. No. I just want to read like spoiler reviews.
Okay,
or
I'm
listen
done.
to spoiler reviews.
I'll probably skim it. I won't do that. To anyone who's still out there after this, after this hard time right now.
Yeah.
If you're listening to us in audio form, whether that be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or anywhere you get your podcasts on, thank you so much. If you could leave us a rating of 5 stars and a review recommending us our next read, please, I need some love out there. I need love. So please send us something with a lot of love.
We need a good romance, please.
Yes. Thank you. Mostly with women. Thank you. But that's just a preference. Thank you. That's all I want. I just want women.
If you want to support us just a little bit more, we do have a Patreon. And at the moment, it really just serves as a form for our listeners to give us a little bit more love, a little extra love. You can find us on patreon.com/bookfix. But if you don't want the commitment of monthly, then you can also find us on buymeacoffee.com/thebookfix or coffee, which is ko-fi.com/thebookfix.
If you are watching us, thank you so much. If you can like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell because we post every Tuesday and Thursday. Also, I don't know if anyone noticed, but February, we're kind of doing things a little differently. We have been posting episodes about our reads on Tuesday, but we've been experimenting with our Thursday episodes. And our last Thursday episode, we did anticipated reads of 2025.
Romance and romantasy reads.
And I thought that shit slapped.
Yeah, it was really fun to read the summaries.
I'm really excited for our this week's Thursday episode, so stay tuned. If you want to support us on social media, go check out all of our social media links on Linktree, linktr.ee/thebookfix. Thank you. Why don't we read a positive and negative review?
Okay. My positive review comes from Leah on Goodreads. They wrote, quote, "You fight every moment of every day. You fight because that is who you are," he whispered, dropping his forehead to mine. "What happens when I'm tired of fighting? Then you let me do it for you." End quote. No, because the way I was a ball of confusion with everything that happened in the last 10%, plot twist after plot twist, and the last one especially, I did not see coming at all. What the heck? I can't believe it. This book had me hooked from beginning to end. It was amazing. Such a fun read. OMG. I hate myself for reading this only now because that ending, thank God I only have to wait until August for book 2 because otherwise a year would be unbearable. Actually, I'm dying anyways. SOS. Like I straight up was in agony and fell into 5 stages of depression last night describing my desperation to get my hands on book 2 help. But anyways, so hyped for August 23rd, so I recommend this. I so recommend this.
This comes from Kim, who gives it a 1 star. This book features zero world building or things that make sense in general. The side characters are just cardboard cutouts because a school setting without any other students would be even weirder. At one point, Willow mentions how much of an amazing friend she has, and honestly, I have no clue why she thinks that because said friend barely gets any screen time. She's not even around them enough to call it a friendship. I don't even remember her name, and I can't point out just even one thing about her. 90% of the story is just a hella weird interaction between Headmaster Vampire Gray and his student Witchy Willow. I am such a sucker for the whole teacher-student thing, and this just felt icky. This book was basically a lot of the 2 main characters eye-fucking each other or asking one another if and when they're going to woohoo. And when they did... And when they finally did, I wish they hadn't, because none of it was worth the wear and tear on my eyes.
Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye. You know what this kind of reminds me of? What you read? You remember that Robert Pattinson movie where it was a romance the whole time?
Yes, don't say the name.
Okay.
Just in case someone hasn't seen it. But then it turns into something else.
I remember I was really into Robert Pattinson that year when I watched that. And I was like, beauty, grace, love that shit. And one of my friends was like, they never mentioned it throughout the whole movie. Doesn't that weird you out? And I'm just kind of like, no. I ate that shit up.
Yeah.
Now as an adult, I'm like, what the fuck was that?
Oh, really? I've never seen it. So
It's just weird because it's never mentioned, but then people are like, it's because you weren't looking in the background. Didn't you see the posters and the signs and everything?
Oh, God.
It's one of those.
It's like one of those
We should watch it together.
ads where it's like, remember, did you ever see that one ad where it was like a romance brewing between 2 students, but then there was a school shooting at the end of the ad, and then it was like, it's because you weren't paying attention, and then it like
that shit kind of scares me though.
went back to the beginning, and it was like showing you things that were happening in the background, which I feel like kind of slays a little bit, because you're right, I'm not paying attention.
Yeah, but then it's like, I don't know.
I'm not paying attention. It's me. It's my fault.
The thing is, I never pay attention.
I know. Same.
I'm okay to let this go.
Yeah, I'm kind of upset because I actually do want like a student.
No, hold on. Hold
teacher
that thought.
Teacher romance where I actually enjoy the plot and, you know, the romance. It has to be college though, obviously.
Let me just grab everything
no.
It's gone.
No.
It's gone.
No. It's back.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Well, no, not for the podcast. For me.
Oh, when we read under the covers with our flashlight?
Yeah.
Okay, wait, I'm excited.
When I read to you at night.
Oh. You, me, and your husband.
He reads along with us.
I know.
He does the boy parts.
Hey, turn the page.
Can't wait.
I love that.